I have a confession to make. After about the first 2 days of using the Nintendo Switch, I have not once docked it and played it in TV mode. As far as I'm concerned, this, right now with the games on it, is pretty much a handheld. That's the way I use it, and it's really shaped and changed my perception about how I want to use it and incorporate it in different setups. And a thought occurred to me when I did my recent battery video about the flexibility of a USB-C port, where what if I could set it up so that I could just take this and set it down somewhere, I can charge it. Now, admittedly, as things are right now, wireless charging isn't exactly the most super efficient method, but I'm just really curious if I can get a setup like this to work with the Switch, and if it does, if it's actually viable right now. So to begin with, obviously we need some way for the Switch to receive a charge from a wireless charging service, and that's where this USB-C wireless charge receiver comes in handy. These are pretty cheap, you can just grab them off Amazon, plugs right into the bottom of the Switch, and bam, the idea is you lay it down and it should work just fine. The only thing is, you might notice there's this kind of flimsy, floppy kind of thing, just weird. The idea is that you can peel this off on the back and it'll stick to whatever device you want to charge, but I don't really want to do that with my Switch, especially if this idea doesn't pan out. I don't want to stick anything to it that I have to rip off. So we have to find some other way to keep this thing still. And I've got an idea. The Switch Hybrid Cover. This is an accessory that Nintendo's released that's mainly meant to be a way of protecting your Switch when you're using it portably, kind of seals off the front and keeps the screen safe, and it gives you a better way to use it in kickstand mode instead of the weak little one built into the Switch. But most importantly for us though, is it gives us a little place we can hide that wireless charge receiver. All we gotta do is open up the case, plug in this wireless charge receiver, and one problem we do run into is that it is a little taller than the Switch. When you try closing it, it's just not gonna fit right, so we have to tilt it to the side and keep that in mind for later when we place it on surfaces. Now that we have all this set up, the question is what are we gonna get to actually have it charge on? Now there are cheap options you can grab on Amazon, but I want to do something a little more interesting and special, maybe even something where you have furniture that's integrated into it, so I took a trip to IKEA. While I was there, I found a couple different options. There is, of course, always the traditional pad that you can just place on top of your desk. One of the cooler ones, though, was a nightstand you can put next to your bed that has an integrated charge surface in it. So I ended up getting the whatever. I ended up getting that. It's really cool how it integrates the charge surface, has great cable management, and it looks good. Now that we have everything we need, let's put this thing to the test. And we're getting a charge. Now we just have to see how long it'll actually take. Based on our testing, to get a full charge on your Switch using this method, it could take as long as 8 to 9 hours. So, does wireless charging work? Yes. Is it the best, most efficient method out there for you to use? Not at all. The only case where it does kind of make sense is that nightstand setup where you could be playing late at night, put it down on the nightstand, and let it charge while you're sleeping. But in a situation where you're playing during the day and the battery gets really low and you need that extra little boost, not exactly the method you want to use. But it's really cool that we got this setup to work, and it's really interesting to imagine a future where all handhelds are going to have this kind of technology built in so you can just charge it simply by setting it down.